Benvenuti in questa nuova live. Io sono Tony86. Iscrivetevi, commentate, attivate la campanella, in video trovate altri canali. Oggi ritorniamo su The Outer Worlds. Continuiamo. Ok, continua. Allora, eravamo rimasti che avevamo fatto sì che l'elettricità passasse per la luce là, per quell'altro posto. E viaggio rapido.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve.
Ma quanto
I
sopravviverete
want to ask you
senza
this in
ordine?
private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator. Well, shit, I wish it was personal. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can help you with? Nothing. With the power gone, we've got to conserve our supplies.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. I've been thinking about training myself to be a real mechanic. If you're willing, I could use the help. Ever since the power cut out, I've been thinking about how useless I am to this camp. It's time I made something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. No kidding! Really? Well, which one? Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. Any luck finding one of those manuals? What's on your mind? Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
The matter's been weighing on me. Fact is, I can't go anywhere long as Zoe's missing. Disappeared without a trace. Marauders took her, I suspect. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Could do without the gallows humor. I'll tell you what I can. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Little ways ago, she was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about. Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I could tell. Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. What is it?
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Sono un ispettore, Tromao.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for
Non è
her.
che lei che comanda di sti cosi qua.
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. Hey, I got time. I'll help if I can. The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest masked marketeer. I was gonna surprise
Avevo
Zoe
intenzione di
with it,
regalarla a
but
Zoe,
she
ma è
was gone the next
scomparsa il
day.
giorno dopo. Ok. Beh, è arrivato il gran giorno. Zoe, oggi è il giorno in cui prenderai il destino tra le mani. Ho ascoltato Grace parlare del pericolo costituito dai predoni, brande di banditi selvaggi dello spirito libero che vivono in accampamenti sulle colline e si riscaldano con fuochi accesi nei bidoni. Tengono le teste dei loro amici infizzati come avvertimento per la gente come me. Una vita confortevole e libera da regole. Scommetto che potrebbero conquistare tutta la regione se solo organizzata. Un po' di cibo di Adelaide e delle lattine di saltonno dovrebbero bastare per un paio di settimane. Se la raziono ho anche un po' di adrenacromina. Piace a tutti, anche ai predoni, no? Ho buono che quei predoni mi accettino tra loro se gli sventano un paio di siringhe davanti agli occhi. Sarà grandiosa. Attenzione, Terrario Mutuo, la storia delle origini di Zoe, la regina dei banditi. È appena cominciata, avrà un'intera banda di predoni al mio servizio. Forse potrei trovare anche... Ecco, come avevo detto. È pigra, egoista e non ha voglia di fare un cazzo. E vuole diventare il capo dei predoni. Pagina 2. Niente più lungacqua per me. Niente più conservificio, niente più tutte guanti signora. E ne gradisci ancora? No, non so perché sto scrivendo queste parole per i posteri. Ho sempre odiato il conservificio e non credo che nei prossimi anni sentirò il bisogno di guardare questo diario e dire tra me e me: oh wow, odiavo davvero la valle una volta. Tutti si ammalano, beh ok. Malata e ho preso un po' troppa è davvero un crimine, dovrò pur curarmi. Se mi ammalo, no? Che fine ha fatto la responsabilità personale sopravvivere con i propri mezzi? Oh, ma ti appropri indebitamente di una scatola di adrenonica all'improvviso ho commesso. Ok. Ok, quindi era come avevo detto io, questa Zoe che dobbiamo andare a recuperare ed è scomparsa. Come ci ha detto la tipa, è un po' egoista e vuole fare il cazzo che vuole. Si è unita ai predoni perché vuole diventare la regina dei predoni, fare il cazzo che vuole, comandare con chi vuole. Ecco, spiegato il tutto. Andiamo avanti.
Look out! think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they don't care much for me. Easy. I don't know anybody who ever came out this far. You're fast.
Trying to get us all in trouble.
I wish I could.
What do you think you're doing? Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
Ora vengo a parlare con te. Prima vi ho fatto tutta la roba. Non me ne vado senza fottervi qualcosa. Non è giusto.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast
Ma
has
va a
ever
cagare.
seen.
Sei solo un incompetente.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to. I'm great at clarifying.
Ho visto.
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Ok.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
Sì. Che inutile personaggio.
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now. We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Ok. Abilità. Sì. Torniamo qua dentro. Ok, prendiamo il secondo pezzo. Faticaccia. Eh, sapore della libertà. Ho visto. Tocca correre. Torniamo di qua. Che belli viaggi rapidi. Sono di una comodità. Iscrivetevi, commentate, condividete la live. In bio trovate gli altri canali dove iscrivervi. Ci vediamo domani, no? Se riesco venerdì, se no andiamo direttamente a sabato, di nuovo su Outer Worlds. Lasceremo questo posto e ci vediamo alla prossima.